Okay. Hi, Jessica. How are you doing today?
Great, thank you. And how about you?
Oh, yeah, I'm not too bad. We're having a conference. It's a big conference. It's probably the biggest local conference, but we have an international section. It's on email marketing, and somebody says it's spam. Somebody says it's art, and you represent. Is a startup? Okay, tell us about what company you represent.
So I represent Charley, which is actually a branch of our greater company called Reco. Charley was created as a way to give an easier method for email marketing tied with online marketing, which is what we also do in Reco. So with Charley, I'm going to go off of what you said. It is like art. The different features that we've added to it, there's some fine tuning into it. That I think we do is very sophisticated. For instance, we do an email blast. We can do something called a smart send feature, which basically looks back at the different sends or email blasts that we've sent before. And it'll, for the next 24 hours, look at whether or not somebody has interacted at a certain time. If they open up only at 4 p.m. usually, we hold off and don't send that email until 4 p.m. We also can connect that to another feature called Recycler, which delivers a campaign again if somebody does not open it. So say you send something out, 15,000 emails go out, only a few people open it. We have it scheduled to go out 2 days later, but only to those who didn't open. So that way we're not spamming, somebody's inbox, but
Yeah, but
rather almost as a
you're not spamming them, but it's kind of bombarding because if somebody didn't open email, probably there is a reason or reasons for it. So I don't know. Subject line is not particularly interesting, or somebody can't remember who is sending, or something like that. Uh, just curiosity, how many people? What's a really percentage of who didn't open in the first place? You sending them again the same one? How many people will open it in a second one? Is there any
usually
sense of
get
it?
another 10% of opens. So that first email that sends out, you maybe get, let's say 20% of people opening it that first time. When we send it out again, it could be at a different time of day. So you don't have to send it at the exact same time that you sent it the first time. You send it out the next time, let's say in 30 hours rather than in 24 hours. So getting a slightly different demographic in there. We do get more opens on top of that. So it's not necessarily
So
sending.
it makes sense from your point of view. It makes sense to send the same email to same people again, even they didn't open it.
It's not necessarily the same email either. You can tweak the subject line a little bit. Maybe something like, maybe you didn't catch this the first time, just something that's a little bit different. And you can also send a slightly different email, maybe different content or a completely different one if you want to. So that way it's a little bit different. And it's also capturing those people who maybe like me, who have hundreds of emails in their inbox and I just didn't get a chance to open every single one of them, but you're getting at me at a different time of day now.
Okay, you said inbox. Yeah? Do you manage from your, because it's just a kind of, I don't really know much about it, but I know something. So most of I use Gmail. And recently I can see I to my inbox getting very few mails. Some goes to promotion, some goes to spam, which I've never even checked, and some goes to social, I think. So Gmail is very strong filter and everything. But you mentioned inbox. Is it what you exactly meant? So
Inbox meaning where I'm receiving email.
your provider, yeah, you're like a Mailchimp, but obviously a bit smaller, yeah.
Like a Mailchimp, in a way, I feel like I might be getting a little off topic now. Probably a little bit smaller in what they do. We are still pretty new, but in a way much larger on the online marketing aspect of it. So for instance, you click through your email, you get back to the website. We can also target you on the website as well. So things like from your demographics to what you clicked on in the email, from where you're from, what you've looked at in the past. We have a lot of profiling segmentations that we can use to better tailor your experience when you come back to the website as well.
But where do you get this profile segmentation as a kind of pattern? What people done before that, or how did you get it? the
For
profile
most
itself?
of our current clients, they just drop a single line of JavaScript onto every page on their website. And so that JavaScript will send us some information like where are they from, their site activity, behavior. So we have a lot of information on what do visitors do on the website as well. So if we know that they like to look at a certain category of products, or maybe they look at certain blog posts all the time, then we're able to either drop a banner, a pop-on, or something even more subtle than that to help tailor that experience. One of the things that we really enjoy is an echo campaign. So if, say, you have a promotion on your email, they click through, then we can display a little toolbar that comes from the top or from the bottom, not necessarily wanting it to look part of the website, as we do want that eye-capturing moment on there, but it'll echo the message, the reason why you came back to the website. So sort of reinforcing why you came back. If there's a promo, display it there so you don't lose them in that back and forth between the email and the website.
Okay, coming back to my original question about inbox, could you give me some idea if we're talking about Gmail? So, for example, my customers, our customers, 70 or 80% they own Gmail. It's not a business sometimes on Outlook or something, but so many people nowadays on Gmail. Gmail has incredible all the spam and everything filter. What about it? Do you manage to get a message to inbox?
Oh, yes, definitely. One of the features on our emails too is when you create an email blast, when you're doing the content creation, we do have a button we call it Spammy. Once you click on Spammy, it'll open up another window for you, and it'll actually start to rate your email. It'll look at the content, it'll look at whether or not you're found on any blacklists, and it'll give you basically a grade. Of course, about 7 and up is pretty good.
You have kind of a spammy checker on your email, so you can immediately check if this email is highly to go to inbox or highly to go to
exactly right. Okay. And of course, it'll tell you whether or not you're lacking in certain areas. So that way, you can go back to your email, fix whatever it needs to, and then check it again and make sure it'll work.
Is it based on what? On a Google, on a Gmail filter, well, obviously you don't know the filter, but you can probably guess what's in it, or it's based on something, also some kind of general one?
It's more based on the content, the organization of the email, and it also looks at where the email is sending from, where you're putting the reply, if you're using your own SMTP. So it'll tell you whether or not it's found on any blacklist, which will also help whether or not it's going to make it to the inbox. So we have a pretty good rate. For the most part, none of our clients have had really issues with getting their messages out.
Yeah. Okay, it was very interesting. As I said, we're gonna do short one today. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to get in touch before, so we will ask you to do webinar with us, because it's always interesting new ideas, and seems to be you have some these little things which could turn everything and get the result. So thank you for today. Hopefully we can come back later and do webinar or conference or both.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for the time.